All right. I'm going to weigh in on the whole Sniper Wolf situation. As a content creator, I definitely have my thoughts on it. So this video just popped up and I'm like, all right, I'm going to watch it. I'm going to do a little reaction to it and then give you guys my take. Essentially what happened was there's this content creator called Sniper Wolf. Never watched any of her videos. I don't even know what she does. I would guess Call of Duty or something. I don't know. It, it's a girl, and she ended up having like some issue with this guy named Jax Films, who like made a few videos about her saying that she steals content. And then she went to his house and posted it on Instagram to like millions of followers, and literally doxed him, like one content creator to another. Like that's just such an invasion of privacy. It's fucked. So I want to see what what Moisty says.
Regardless, but if you see my eyes roll into the back of my skull and I start levitating off the chair during it, just know it's a haunting in Pittsburgh here. Or perhaps the cringe was too recently. She's caught more fire than the sequel to the Hunger Games because a lot of people have been
Or the sequels.
stating that what she does isn't really reacting to content, it's mainly just stealing it, freebooting it. And the entire internet has come together like
What does she do? I really haven't watched a single video.
Excuse me, ma'am.
What? So we're only using the toe.
34 million subscribers? $168 million views in a month. So Star Wars Theory did, I mean, my best month ever, 60 million views. I did that twice in a row. And that was when Mando Season 2 hit. The finale, December and January. 60 million. 60.1 or some shit. But typically, like, I'll do like 10 million views a month on average. That depends what's out, right? So that's fucked. That would pay for Vader episode 1, 2, and 3. That'd be I wish. One day. The funniest kids on TikTok. What does she do? Oh, okay, it's a reaction channel. It's not Call of Duty. It's a reaction channel, right? I failed easy. Okay, yeah, so it's like a yeah. Okay. Fine.
hey, that takes the piss out of a hospital patient. He has pretty much daily uploads of just making fun of each of her daily reacts. This ongoing feud has been escalating and continuing for quite some time. We're in like season 5 of this anime arc here, and it's only popping off more and more. And this whole situation has led to a can of worms opening. Pandora's box has been unleashed. So it's been a massive conversation across the entire internet with tons of content creators weighing in on it, such as Dark Viper having an entire series on React content. Mudahar's made quite a few pieces on it as well. Just
The reacting stuff is definitely like an avenue I've always enjoyed, and I know to be honest, most of the views on this channel are there whenever I react to something. People don't really come for the gaming, even though like that's what it's typically for. Like there's the core audience for the gaming. You guys show up and I love you, but it's typically whenever I react to stuff live, there's like hundreds. Or if I make a reaction video compilation, there's thousands. Whereas it's not the case with the gaming, which is actually what the channel is kind of intended to do. But I'm getting more and more into reacting because I think it's pretty fun and it's honestly so fucking easy, dude.
tons of channels that have all been talking about it recently, and it's
It's
led to
chill. You just
this
like sit back and
witch's
relax,
cauldron, this stew that's been
hang out
brewing
with the chat.
and bubbling, and now the cup runneth over, and all of this have spilt from the internet to the real world. Allegedly, Sniper Wolf has just doxed Jax Films.
Yeah,
In an
fucked.
Instagram post, she posted this.
It's just so fucked. And then she actually posted his house too.
And it was more than just this picture here. Apparently, she even posted one of his house, which obviously I'm not going to show you. I'm not here to just like hop on and give you like a 4K display of Jack's Films dojo here because Sniper Wolf posted it on her story. It's just an extremely degenerate, fucked up response to this whole situation from Sniper Wolf here. It's borderline illegal, I think. I don't think you can just
I think it is illegal to dox someone. And I think like if you have the money, you can press charges, I believe. And you can sue them. Even if nothing happens, you can sue them for your own sanity. Like if someone is really like bent out of shape about it, like always checking out their window, like to see if like someone's gonna show up, someone's gonna do something, and they can't work. Oh my God, you can. I think you can sue the crap out of someone for that. Um, for peace of mind, like lack of peace of mind that they've caused. Like, what is it? Distress? I don't know. Anyways, yeah. Look, I think what happens on the internet should stay on the internet. And like if you have a feud with a content creator, that it gets messy that way because it's like you're attacking someone's livelihood, but at the same time it should, and that's very personal, but at the same time like it should never go physical. I mean, like posting a photo of a dude's house, like that's their safe haven, man. That's their temple. That's where they go to relax and feel safe. They worked hard to buy a home or whatever it is. That's their little nook. And they go there to feel safe, and this person's going to literally put it on the internet in a sort of like defamatory way, or in a like a cynical way to entice bullying or fucking like an outlash, or maybe even violence. I don't know. It just, to me, screams immaturity. It's not okay. It's borderline. I wouldn't say borderline. It's batshit insane. It's so unethical and illegal. And I think it comes from a place of like extreme, like a God complex, like thinking she's untouchable. And she's obviously hurt and bothered the fact that this guy is like making a video about her. But honestly, fucking bad publicity is publicity, man. Like, who cares? And if you can't take it, stay off the fucking internet. Don't make a YouTube channel if you can't handle crazy ass criticism, people being mean, people like turning your words around and just like rallying people. If it's on the internet, it stays on the internet. Don't go to the dude's fucking house. That's insane. That is so not okay.
Somebody like this, and if it's not illegal, it's against YouTube's rules at the very least. And it violates the Geneva Convention of internet content creators, where you never take internet beef into the real world.
Yeah, exactly. Dude, and her whole platform now got demonetized for doing that. That's why I was so shocked. At 34 million subscribers, channel gone. She can't make money from that channel.
It's just going too far with this whole thing. Jax Films was just making critiques on her content as well as making fun of it, which is something everyone does all the time, every single fucking day.
Yep.
And to go to this extreme where you dox him for it is just an incomprehensible, insano-style step. Now, Jax Films posting about this on Twitter obviously gained a lot of traction. This isn't exactly some kind of like...
Yeah, so what he did, he posted on Twitter about it, and then it like got fucking millions and millions of views. Let me see if I can bring it up. Twitter, Jax Films. Check this shit out. Check this out, chat. 5.7 million views. Oh my gosh. She told me I was sued for defamation. I laughed in her face, never received any defamation lawsuits, and she came out and just denied the entire thing. It's actually crazy to me how these things... Yeah, man, this is like absolutely insane. It's just not okay to be going to some dude's house. Like, like I said, if something happens on the internet, it stays on the internet. And that's it. And that's where it ends. You know? You don't actually go to the bloke's house, man. Bloke. What am I? UK? Yeah. It's just, let me tell you. Being a content creator, in the beginning, I got to say, like, and I was having a conversation about this too. Being a content creator in the beginning, really refreshing. Like, a lot of love. You're the underdog. Everyone loves you and appreciates you. And then it gets to the point where it's like, people want your position, or they just really have a problem with your platform or how big you've gotten or whatever it might be. And speaking from experience with my Star Wars channel, man, it's, man, like, people can be really, really angry at you, really mean, and they can make a lot of videos. I've had a lot of videos of myself made, and I gotta say, like, I can understand how it feels when you're so like confused or angry or like, why is someone like saying these things about me when it's simply not the case? It's not true. They don't have all the facts. They cut so many things out. And I'm not saying this is what happened to Sniper Wolf. I didn't see Jack's Films videos. I just have a premise of what's going on, and I'm like, I want to weigh in on it too. It's the trending topic today. You know, it's what's going on. And I think it's really applies to me as a content creator too, because I get so much flack on the internet from so many people that just don't know who I am or don't understand me. And it's very easy to take that approach and like want to lash out and be so angry that you want to like take the next step. But like you have to realize that when you're on the internet, you're really putting yourself out there. And you have to be really mature. You have to be really grounded to the point where you leave it where it is. If it's on the internet, okay, you leave it on the internet. You never take it to the next level. You never go beyond that. And you got to be open to criticism, you know? You got to be always open to criticism. And I think that's one of the most important things that I've learned being on the internet is that, you know, you got to have a thick skin and you got to be open to criticism. Because not everyone's going to like you. And for one reason or another, you just have to accept that, you know? And that's kind of how it is. So for so many people that always want to make a YouTube channel and say like, I want to do this and that, I want to do what you do, man, I want everyone to do that. But at the same time, nobody knows what they're getting into when they start to get big. I've seen so many content creators that have a little bit of a following and they start to get hate. And when you start to get hate, you might not see it this way, is literally when you start to get successful. Because now you're creating a place where there's enough people that come in that aren't yes men and don't agree with everything you have to say. And you are now causing a bit of a rift where you're starting to get hate. And that to me shows me that you're becoming successful. And I think there's so many people out there that actually cannot handle it. Like they get really bent out of shape over like the most nothing comment. It takes a lot to be able to be on this platform, and you got to be able to take it and have thick skin and never resort to this kind of ridiculousness of going to someone's house, which is so inappropriate. And in my opinion, definitely illegal. So, let's continue the vid.
Like, whoops-a-daisy moments, you know, a mistake that could happen to anyone. This is some pretty malicious shit. There's not really a defense of it. You can't just make the claim like, well, I just wanted to kind of talk it out face to face. Like, no, that's not how this works. You don't.
And if you do, you just go to the person's house without posting it. Right? Like if that's the step you want to take, don't. Just DM them privately. You know? But if she's like knows where the dude lives or they're friends or they know where each other lives or whatever, like talk to him in person. Don't actually ever post that publicly. Because then you're inviting a lot of like now people are doxing her and it's never good.
Go up to someone's house like you're about to try and sell them solar panels in order to hash out your internet beef unannounced, especially not in the middle of the night too. That's threatening. Like that is not a normal sane way of handling things.
Yeah.
So when this started getting traction, Sniper Wolf herself caught onto it and deleted the post and then said this. She said, accusing me of doxing is defamation. I have no idea how to dox. He literally posted his address on Google and said I threatened him and doxed him. Jack's Films said, you posted a video tonight of you outside our home to your 5+ million followers to see while my wife and I were inside. I can't make it any simpler than that. If that's not doxing, why did you delete it? That's kind of a checkmate moment right there. He got her with the scholar's mate. Like, you showed up to his house unannounced in the middle of the night. And then when people started to point out how that's not acceptable behavior and is very much in line with doxing, you deleted it. So you can recognize that it's bad. I don't really know how you'd Phoenix write an argument together that it's not doxing. Like I don't.
It is. She was emotional and she was emotionally charged and she wanted to get him and she felt probably really upset by his videos and she probably wanted to like get her followers to try and get him back for making her feel a certain way. It's basic psychology, I think. And she probably just was feeling really emotional. And she did something absolutely fucking stupid that now she is going to forever reap the repercussions, which is a demonetized 34 million subscriber YouTube channel. which is fucking devastating. 128 million views. If I get those numbers right, and she's like in a Google preferred program, and let's say like if you're looking at over $1 million a month, I think. I'm guessing. That's fucking devastating.
I don't even understand the statement she makes about saying that Jack's Films posted his address on Google. She's talking about Google like it's the gamefaqs.com board. Like, I don't think he made a sponsored paid post with just his address as the first thing that comes up when you type in Jack's Films. You definitely would have to go out of your way to find that information. I don't think he, like, geotagged his spot, made it like a Pokemon Go stop, and, like, really was advertising where he lives. Like,
Yeah.
this is not common information. You went out of your way to find it and then went to his address. Like, I just really can't think of any justification for it. I've seen a couple of people huffing massive amounts of copium, nearly toxic levels of copium, saying, like, she went there to handle things like an adult, unlike Jack's.
No, she fucking didn't. She went there to post it. If you go to handle things like an adult, you handle things like an adult, which would be to message the person. Or fucking write them a letter and drop it off at their house, or have it delivered to their house. That is potentially okay. Potentially. Or at their fucking mailbox, right? If they got a mailbox, like a fan mailbox or something. All right. But dude, this is so. I'm not even gonna finish the video because I'm in agreement with him and so many other people, and I understand where she was coming from, that she was like emotionally charged and she was feeling hurt. But at the same time, that doesn't give her a pass. So many of us feel hurt online. I felt hurt so many times. It doesn't give you the okay to do something that's inexcusable, right? So hey, I'm not really sure what's going to come out of this situation, but yeah, I think YouTube creators need to protect each other at the end of the day, no matter how much of a cat fight it can get to, and stupid and jealous or whatever it might be, wherever it's stemming from. I think a lot of us need to really like band together, because at the end of the day, the world doesn't really understand what we do. Right? You tell anyone you're a YouTuber, they're like, "Oh, what's that? You can make money from that?" Like, nobody gets it. But yet everyone young and everyone around our generation, and even younger than that, wants to be a content creator and wants to be a YouTuber. It's a very sought after career, and it's not something that's just handed to you. You literally have to work so hard to get this. I mean, unless you're doing something that's like, ridiculous or whatever, but you really have to work hard to earn your platform. And one stupid emotional mistake, and now hers is gone. All that work. Bye-bye. Gone. So, yeah, if you want to deal with something, deal with it like an adult. Starts on the internet, ends on the internet. You just talk to the person if it's really bothering you that much. And I bet you if she had ended up collabing with him, being like, "Look, I see where you're coming from, but like, this is not really how it is. And like, you're attacking my livelihood at this point. Like, my fans obviously enjoy these kind of videos because that's whatever." I don't even know her reaction videos. What do they do? But I think that would have been a much more mature approach. And I think in the long run, if they had ended up making a video collabing together, if he was open to that, I think that would have been so much more beneficial to both of them. And then both of their subs would be like, "Oh shit, they're tight with each other. So let's cross platform. Let's just go to each other's platform, go to each other's channel." I think that's so much better, right? It's like if I were to, with all the other Star Wars channels, like I would have much rather that than the cattiness that I've received over the years from all of them. And well, not all of them, most of them. And so that's why, to this day, I still appreciate the few of them who have always been nice to me, but nobody sees that. Like, nobody sees the outside of that. They're just like, "Oh, whatever." So I think, there's always a very knee-jerk reaction when it comes to stuff online as a creator, because, stuff's very personal, right? This is our creation. And I know how it feels when someone criticizes that, let alone somebody with a platform who's getting millions and millions of views about it, criticizing another creator. So it's like an attack to their livelihood. And that's very personal, but it should never be taken to the physical level. That's just a big no-no. It's illegal and it's really unethical. And so, yeah, she got her whole platform demonetized. So I can totally understand why YouTube would make that kind of a decision, because it's setting a standard, you know, that this is not going to be tolerated and it's not going to be okay. And that if you want to do something like this, there will be repercussions. She's learned the hard way. It's unfortunate. Anyways, hope they can all resolve it one day and everyone can move on and be better people. So that's my thoughts on the SSSNIPERWOLF scenario. I don't know why there's two S's. I feel bad now. I feel I'm gonna get canceled if she stutters. I don't know if she's. Is this the girl who stutters? I know there's a girl who stutters or has Tourette's or something. I'm not trying to make fun of her. Fuck! Don't cancel me, okay? All right. Love you guys. See you later. That's my thoughts.